All right, well, I'm so excited because today's the day we are finally gonna start working on the garden. So this area right here is where I staked out the plan to put the garden. We've been working on the rototiller. We can't quite get it working. Kenny got another part, ordered it from Amazon, just a belt, and it doesn't come for like 10 days. And I said, well, let's go down and just get some dirt and try to flatten this part out a little. It is so uneven. You probably can't tell in the video here, but it's just so ruddy. And so it's just, can't put garden beds in this area without flattening a little. So we got a dump truck full of dirt and we're gonna lay that down, flatten it out. Kenny's got a couple of beds he made for me over there. Put those in, and then we're gonna continue to cut some trees down. Kenny started that the other day too, to make for fence posts. So, but this is a start and I'm super excited because I feel like I've been waiting and waiting patiently for it, and now it's finally here. So this ground is so uneven that the truck keeps going down, and then now the tongue is kind of a little low. So we're gonna readjust, and he's gonna come over here and dump some in this hole first. But yeah, there's quite a hill there he's gotta get over. Nice.
Wow.
I think we might need another truckload. This is a big hole. So this was, we were gonna get 3 yards, and which was 6 bucketfuls from the guys.
On a little skid steer.
Yeah. And
it was a half-yard bucket.
Half-yard bucket, so we were gonna get 6, and we ended up getting 5 because it just seemed heavy and squatty on the trailer.
I'm gonna
so
pull forward a little and see what happens.
man, this sky sure isn't looking too promising. Hopefully it stays away and we keep our sunshine. Once we got the dirt out of the trailer, it sure doesn't seem like it went very far. When we were at the greenhouse, it sure looked like it was a lot. Get it out here and So as I'm watching and recording, out of the corner of my eye, I see Grandma's dog Grace, and she's in this building, and she's been in there for a solid 5 minutes. I think she can sense a critter in here because she's a hunter. What are you doing in here? What do you see? Oh. Is there a creature back here that you want to get? What are you doing? What are you doing? Is there a creature in here? I'm sure there are plenty of creatures in here. What are you doing? See the stakes that I kind of have staked out. There's one right here and one about right there, and then going down to here. And then the other one is right over there. It fell over. Where's my other? So this is just about where the door, the gate is supposed to be. Right in the middle, like right here. Oh, and you know what I remembered? There is a fern here I want to save. Right here. Fiddle leaf. Oh. Jeez. There we go. All that work for one little fern.
You want to lift it up?
Nope. Oh, what?
Mosquitoes!
Yeah.
What's going on here? Okay, so the ones that are in a little is the top.
That are what?
In.
Oh, okay.
Use your legs.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we need to put it down. I need my gloves. Whoa. Oh, okay, digging into my hands. Whoa, holy cow. Those are some sharp edges. Okay, so you want to just shove them all the way to the back? Or, because my vision was, my vision originally was 1, 2, 3, 4, long skinny one in the back. Let's do 1, 2 for now. We only have 2. And let's leave space in the back and leave space up here for, because we don't have 3 right now. We have to unload that one.
Oh, right.
So let's just do 2 next to each other.
Okay.
So where's my, oh, my stake is right here and right here. I wanted.
Right here.
Yeah. So they needs to come back. Yeah, for sure.
Back where?
Much farther back because another one won't fit up here. So it just needs to go straight back. Okay. Okay, what about right there?
All right.
Yep.
So
Got my diagram,
got the diagram,
tape measure.
tape measure, and here's where we're at so far. So we dumped a load of dirt out of Vance's new trailer. We need probably 4 more of those to level this out completely. However, we're doing it with 1 because we're actually not doing, all we need is a ground level to hold these flower beds. So we've got 1, 2 flower beds, 3 with the other one. We're gonna transplant that one over here. So that gives us 3. Julie wants, that's not them.
Oh, sorry.
How many does Julie want?
What? Flower beds?
Yeah.
5.
5. So I have to make 2 more. And then we have to make a fence. And so we're gonna have, what are you gonna have now?
So this side is supposed to be 16 width.
Well, with flower beds, you're gonna have 5 flower beds total. So we're gonna make 2 more. So we're gonna
the
go
goal,
1, 2,
3,
3,
4, and a long skinny one in
and
the
then
back.
a long skinny one back
I was
here.
thinking the long skinny one was going to be like the fruits that I have that are back there that I'm going to have to replant
Yeah.
before the moose eat them all.
Okay, so that's the plan. This is now you see what it looks like. We've got it half leveled, 3/4 leveled.
Yeah.
And then we'll just level the beds-ish.
Yes.
And then once we get the bed set, we're gonna make a fence,
Yes.
and then we're good to go. All right, you're all caught up.
Yeah, I will. Well, we almost made it with all of our trees cut down, but it started raining. We were thinking it would, so we called it quits because it's actually really raining quite hard. But I think we might be able to use everything. I think we might have enough. We'll see. We're gonna lay it out and see. We had said we would need 9, and I think we have 8, so we might still need one more, but close. Well, we've made a little progress today in the garden. Got the beds.
Now we're going backwards.
Got the beds laid out. Got our tree fence posts laid out to where they're supposed to be. Kenny is doing some holes, so he's going to be doing one on each corner, a support in the center of each long wall, and then 2 for the door. But we just...
And it's supposed to be 1 for the middle.
Yeah, so should we
Support.
talk about what just happened with the hole? Or... So we measured halfway down the 28 feet length is what our length of our garden's gonna be. And he went down and there was some type of a plastic pipe or something. Not sure what it was. I have
Smashed.
no idea.
Half smashed, folded.
So we
But-
decided,
Who knows what it is?
yeah.
I mean, I don't... Our septic's way over there.
There is a
Could have been
well
something
over
old from over there,
here.
but...
Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing, but we decided not to pursue that hole, and especially not put concrete on top of it, just in case it's something. But so we're just going to go up a little ways and be,
It won't
which
be
is
centered. It'll
it's
look
not going to be
dumb.
centered. So Kenny's all fired up, but I'm like, that's just part of our, you know, off-grid janky stuff.
All right, well, we'll go next to it. See what
Yeah,
happens.
just go a little next to it because I don't want to mess with that. So, and Kenny made 2 more.
3 more.
Oh, well, 2 more of this size bed, the 4x8s. He found these pieces of wood over between the buildings over here. So they're different from the first 2, but
Well, I ran out of the good wood, so I used this.
yeah. But these will
What do they
work
call that?
just fine.
Live edge type boards?
Yeah, they're cool. I like them.
They were up on the rafter of the old building.
Yeah.
So,
They
Still
will
using
grow,
what we got.
They will grow plants just fine.
yeah.
And then off size one here. What's this one? 3 by?
That one's 3x8.
3
These
by
are all
8.
4x8, and that one's 3x8.
Yeah, so that'll be plenty to start off with and get this thing started. And yeah, just used all the wood we already had and then logs. So that's the update. We'll get back to you in 2 months when all the vegetables are fully grown. Just kidding. So here we have 2 of those super sacks of dirt that I used one of them last year to make the other flower bed once we discovered that's what it was. I literally thought they were rocks in the yard, but no, it's super sacks of dirt. So they've been here for I don't know how many years. Roots growing plants growing all around them, but when I put them in that other flower bed over there, it worked fabulous. So we're trying to mix this in. And Kenny's gonna try to just lift it up to see if we can take it over there. I think I need to go give him some assistance. These things are so heavy. I can't figure out and it's way too big for the scoop. So he's gonna try to roll it. I mean, yes, could we just rip it open and shovel the dirt out into the scoop? Probably, but what kind of fun is that? Oh yeah, I like it. Of course, it'll be really sad if the bag breaks and then the dirt just goes everywhere all over the dandelions. Oh, it's starting to rip. What's happening? It's stuck. Oh, it's ripping now. Never mind. It's ripping. It's ripped out. Yeah, it's ripped open. Now we got to shovel it. All right, time to shovel. So exciting, the first post in. It's a little wonky with these trees. It's not as perfect as a 4x4. I love it. We went down to the gravel pit and got some gravel, rock. Well, it's rock. Down there down the street on the Brody pit, and we're just putting rocks down.
These are
gravel.
buried 24 inches. 24, 25 inches these are buried.
Okay.
And then all rock up the sides.
Yeah.
We did this so if we want to pull this out, we can. We were going to do cement. Or concrete, I mean. And then...
Just don't know, yeah.
We don't know how long we want to keep this here, if we want to move it. So this will be nice for now.
I might be a terrible gardener, so this might not stay.
There's no chance you're going to be a terrible gardener. But
well,
then having all this rocks in here too, we're hoping that the water will kind of go down and drain away from the wood and not rot it as fast.
Yeah.
Sure, it'll rot, but
yeah, eventually. But yeah. So that's what we got.
Woo.
Woo! First pull in. Poll number 3 is up. And can we discuss how wonky this post is? It's a little crazy, but I love it. And can we discuss how none of the posts match? All completely different, which I also love. All right, one side down.
Yep.
We needed one more fence post for the very back. Once we started putting the wire fence around it, it didn't quite go all the way to the corner. It's 50-foot length of fence, and it just didn't quite fit. We didn't take into, good job. We didn't take into consideration, I think, how wide each pole was going to be. Well, we didn't really know since we cut them down. So yeah, it ended up being like 3 inches short. So we just decided to put another supporting piece in the back. So that's where we're at, putting one more in. All right, we found this landscape fabric back in the back 40 at one point, and we had it stuffed in the other outside building here, and we are going to cut it to put around the outside of the flower beds, and then we're gonna go put pea gravel on top of it. Boyd? Mama. She's brave to come in here. We are making a lot of noise and she just came right in. Wow, we've been out here working, and I went upstairs to go to the bathroom and came out, and okay, Mama, let's go. She's looking a little ragged. Her fur is, that's interesting. Hi, baby. Oh my gosh, look at those little cuties. I'm just gonna come down the steps. Look at her hair is coming off. I've never noticed that before. She is unsure what to do. All right, well, I'm up early this morning, and I've decided to put a rock barrier around the outside of the fence on the bottom. One, just to kind of secure the bottom, and 2, we put gravel down and just kind of a barrier so that the gravel doesn't spill out past the rocks. I know it won't be perfect, but be a little helpful. These rocks we had put out around this area last year where all these roses are. I just kind of wanted to do a little barrier just to remind me where the roses were. And then I had also planted a bunch of strawberries and all the berry plants. And I am now taking the berry plants out. I've already got the strawberries. I pulled 10 strawberry plants out and I put them in that bed just temporarily. They're sitting right there. And then I've got this 2 honeyberry plants, 2 gooseberry plants, and then I've got a raspberry. And I'm going to put all the berry plants, I think, in this back bed here, and except for the raspberries. The raspberries are going to get their own spot. But basically, I've just been pulling all these rocks out that we put in all around this barrier. You can't even see them now because I took them out on this side, and I put them on this side. And yeah, just relocating them. I'll probably try to clear out some of these weeds just to kind of still make this a pretty rose area, but yeah, it's completely overtaken. And so I thought, oh, I'm just gonna relocate the berries. I never thought the berries were gonna stay there anyway. I kind of figured I was gonna transplant them, but yeah, so that's what I'm doing this morning.
The garden is coming along nicely. It's been taking us a while to get it done, but it's coming along real nice. We've got the bottom layered fence on, and we've got the top layers laying right here, ready to be put on now. Julie's got a bunch of the gravel spread. She's already got some things planted. This is all the transplants from the bed that was over there, our original flower bed. We swapped out this back bed. So this one is the original bed that we had over there that she had all the flowers in. And the other one is over there leaning up against the caddy. And I think she's gonna do raspberries in that, I think. But anyway, so those are the transplants. And then we've got those here. So we got those bags that Julie had talked about that had all that dirt, with this kind of dirt in it. Same stuff we used in the other one. And then these beds are stuffed full of sticks, cardboard, everything that everyone told us to put in the bottom of these beds. That's loaded with, they're half full of sticks and cardboard and whatnot. And then we put regular dirt, actually called fishy peat, Alaskan blended dirt with salmon and dirt. That's actually what it looks like right there. That's the fishy peat. And so we're going along nicely. So still got some spreading of the gravel to do. But it's coming out really cool. We like it. Hope it works. If it doesn't, keep the moose out. Oh, we got a cool little door we put on here with a piece of wood Julie found from the beach. So this door is from a chicken coop that Grandma Arlene had probably 30 years ago. So it's just been hanging around. So we use that, put it across there, and put a little brace up there. One of the trees we cut down. So anyway, we're very excited. Julie is absolutely loving it. She was out here bright and early this morning doing more work. And so it's good. So that's the update of where we're at now. We're going to go ahead and put this second railing of fence up. And that's only going to get us about, another 3 feet from here. Probably just over 6 feet. We might put a small little gap here. And then on top, around, we're going to string something around there, maybe something bright or flashy or something, so that it'll help deter moose trying to jump over it. They can jump over about a 7-foot fence, so, but there really isn't anywhere for them to land if they jump, so we'll see. Like we said, if they do it, hopefully we get video of them jumping over the fence, and we'll go to Safeway and buy our fruits and veggies. All right.
thick as it could be, so that's great.
Really? I think it's really thick. I'm surprised you have it this thick.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you push your foot over, you can see the pretty much instantly the tough stuff underneath, fabric and stuff.
Grab your camera, get out of the way.
Thank goodness I wasn't swearing or anything.
You don't swear. Wait, what? Oh, you just... Okay. Okay, so we're going to go get some ties for this. First we're going to have lunch and then get some ties for this and tie it up, and then we'll be done. And then the rest of the videos you'll see will be Julie planting.
All right, well, welcome to the garden. This is going to be the little mini tour to show you where we ended up with all of our plants. So this right here is the flower bed that was over here, and I replanted all of them into this flower bed. So nothing new here, just my plants I had from last year. I did get a couple of nasturtiums actually, that I planted in here. And I have a couple on this bed here. And my goal is to do a little trellis over it and have the nasturtiums grow up over it. And we'll see. We had some leftover fencing, so maybe do something like that. Same thing over here. I got some peas, and I want to do peas over a trellis. So this second bed here has lettuce and cabbage, and I've got a zucchini, a pumpkin, and celery, along with all the marigolds to keep the bugs out. So we'll see how that all grows. And just a disclaimer, I've never grown vegetables before. I mean, maybe some tomato plants here and there, and that was in Washington. I've never done anything in Alaska. And so we'll just keep our fingers crossed that everything goes smooth. This is my berry box, and I have raspberries in here right now, but that's only because I haven't figured out where I want to do the extra bed. I just wanted to get them in the dirt. But I've got a bunch of strawberries here along the bottom, and these were all from a friend of ours, Tom. He gave them all to me last fall, and I planted them in the ground back there and just pulled them out and put them in here. And then these right here, as I was pulling all the strawberries out, I saw these and I looked it up, Googled it, and they're Arctic raspberries. So I thought they were cute, even if they don't grow, just a little extra thing. But if they do, then that'll be a bonus. I've got 2 gooseberry plants here and 2 honeyberry plants, which are also known as hascaps. And those I'd never even heard of before last year. But I still have the tag, and the honeyberries look like this. If you've never seen a honeyberry, I had never seen one before. So yeah, and then raspberry and raspberries. We got the raspberries from a lady in Homer. She was selling them on Facebook Marketplace, so I got some of those. This right here is the lilac that I had originally had in the flower bed from last year. It survived the winter, and I put it in this little pot. And a lot of people commented that lilac is going to take over. This lilac is a dwarf lilac, so it will be big, but it won't be as big as some people think, and it's called Little Miss Kim. So it survived. It's doing great. This is my second vegetable bed. We've got broccoli and cauliflower and chives, and I put some carrot seeds down, and then some beets, much to Kenny's dismay. He hates beets, but Grandma Arlene and I love beets. I got some sage, some lemon balm, some lemon thyme, and some more marigolds to ward off the pests here. And then my final bed, I didn't have enough vegetables to move into this bed. And because 1, I've never done vegetables. 2, we had so many moose in the yard. I thought, I'm not going to spend any more money this year on vegetables. I'm going to see how this first year goes. All of these plants are all native plants that I got from a different lady in Homer. I met her last year at the farmer's market in Homer, and she had some plants, and her and I were talking, and she said, you can come to my yard anytime and get plants. So I went to her yard, and she gave me all of these plants, and some of them I don't even know what they are. Some of them, a couple of trolleus plants, some lady's mantle, and a couple other plants that I don't remember the name of, but they were all, she just gave them to me. So I'm going to try and grow them in here in this last one. I got a little bench here, and the bench was over in the other building over there we found, and we took it apart. It was actually part of a table, and I thought, well, I just need a little bench to sit on so often. And then last but not least, I have this little hanging flower pot, and this, Grandma Arlene and I went to a Anchor Point greenhouse. They were having a little basket making class, and we went there. It was quite a while ago, probably 6 weeks ago, and we were able to get a flower pot and put some plants in it. And so that's my hanging basket. So that is the complete garden for now. I can't wait to see how it grows, and we'll give you some updates as the season progresses.